Hi, everybody. Today we are here to talk about eating. We are all familiar with eating. We all eat every day. And what we eat affects our health, wellness, and energy levels. And also, depending on what kind of goals you have in life, it might play a big role also in that equation. Well, what about a coach when health coach takes a new client? So what do they discuss about eating, eating habits, or eating habit change? What kind of goals do clients have? And how do coaches follow up the eating? Is there some kind of tools they use? That's the topic we're going to discuss here today. And I have a coach, Ulpu Puhakka, with over 20 years of experience in health and wellness, exercise, and coaching, discuss the topic with me. Welcome, Ulpu.
Hi, Mia. Glad to be here.
Well, I'm very happy to have you here because I know you have a lot of experience of different kind of coaching. And my first question would be, like, when you get a new client, so what happens? What kind of discussions are you having? What kind of goals do your clients have?
Well, nowadays, every time I meet a new client, I ask how they sleep, how they eat, what is their goals, do they want to achieve something like pull up or handstand, or is there some wishes for weight loss, or do they want to have more muscles? So these kind of clients I normally have.
Okay, so three different categories to,
Yeah.
okay. So at what point when you have a new client, you start discussing about eating habits or eating in general?
Nowadays, immediately.
Okay.
Before, I didn't do that. Before, I was focusing more on the training point of view. But then I noticed that if we are not talking about eating, then at some point we have to talk about the eating because it's so big, big thing in any goals you want to have.
Okay, so it makes harder to reach goals if the eating is not in line or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, and especially I think if you wanna gain like uh, more weights in the deadlift, or you wanna achieve more pull-ups, or you want to be stronger, then you have to eat regularly and you have to eat enough to achieve those goals.
Okay, so you said that like back in the days, you were not so interested about eating, but now you are. What has changed? What did change your mind?
Well, I just noticed that you cannot reach your goals if you are not committed to eating also. And I found out that most of my clients, they are not eating enough. And that's why they don't get those results that they want to achieve when they are training with me.
Yeah, well, it's funny because I made a lot of research where before I started developing this app. By the way, my name is Mia. I'm the founder of See How You Eat app. We all started discussing so quickly. So I found out that a lot of people think that I know exercise. I should just be exercising more. So is that kind of like the experience you had also, like that people just, "Oh, I'm okay with eating. I just need to exercise more."
Yeah, it's common thing that they think that they should exercise more, and that's funny you mention it because sometimes I tell people that you should exercise less.
So it's kind of like they never get a chance to recover from the previous.
Yeah, the recovery is the main part that you need to focus also when you want to achieve, if it's weight loss, if it's muscles, if it's more development in your skills, it's always with hand in hand with recovery.
Yes. So now that you change your style, now you actually start talking with people about eating immediately. So how do you do it? Like what's approach?
Well, first we just discuss, but then quite soon I ask if they would like to use See How You Eat app, and then they picture their eating, and then I can see it, and it takes us so much faster to see what is happening there in their daily life.
So, okay, See How You Eat app is part of your coaching now. I'm very happy to hear that, by the way.
Yeah.
But how did you do it before that? How did you, back in the days when people were keeping food diaries for their coach, how were they doing it?
Yeah, first they were just texting it for me in WhatsApp, or they had their diaries with their everyday food, and sometimes they were taking pictures to the WhatsApp, and then I would see those there.
Okay, and how was it to have all those things in WhatsApp?
Well, it was complicated for the client and also for me. Uh, it was a lot of work if you were keeping the food diary. It takes a lot of time. And for me, it was not so easy to see handwriting. If it was handwriting, then it was hard for me to see what is going on there. And sometimes when they took the pictures and sent those to me to my WhatsApp, then there is different kind of messages, and then you were scrolling down and up to see how the daily food was there. So it was tricky.
Yeah, it sounds like it was stressful and time consuming.
Yes, both.
Yes, so everybody was very happy to learn to see how you eat then.
Yes, it's easier to just take the pictures to the
Yeah,
to the app. Yeah, and it's so much easier for me. I can see everything in the same place, and I can see it the same time that the client is seeing. So it's
real
so
time,
much more easier.
real time system. Yes. Well, how has it been helping? Obviously you're using it for your work to see how people are eating. How have your clients found it? Like, okay, you ask them to download it, like, okay, let's use this app. They're like, oh, well, I don't want to use one more app. I have already tens of apps. Or
Well, actually, I didn't get any feedback like that. I think everybody has been like, okay, this is app. Okay, it's very simple. Then normally we do the first download together, so we can see that the client gets to that my code, and then we have the connection immediately. So it has been really easy.
okay. So what about once they start using it? What's the use in typical aha moment that people get once they start using it?
Well, the typical aha moment is like, okay, there is so many
Meal, meal,
pictures I have to
meal
take,
boxes, meal boxes in a day.
mailboxes in a day. So that has been the moment that, oh, I need to eat this much. So that's the first.
Okay. So how do you break the ice after that? Like, okay, basic.
Well, the app kind of does it for me because
Okay.
there is the rhythm that you are following. So it's easier for me to say that, okay, now we are following this rhythm and it will make you feel better.
Yeah. Okay. So what happens after that? I heard somebody said a while back that my clients can't take any more pictures without having any vegetables on the plate. That they are already holding the phone to take a photo, and then they soon realize that my plate is lacking veggies. So have you heard that from your clients?
Uh, yeah, and that especially maybe not in the moment, but when they have looked the pictures before I have looked them, they can see already that, oh my God, there's no color in my food. And that helps me also to tell them that you need to eat more veggies.
Okay, so kind of like one of the aha moments is to see the the colorfulness. Is there color, or is it black and white like my?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, many probably think also that these kind of ready-made food plans or eating plans or meal plans are very popular. So, what is your relationship with meal plans?
Back in the days, I made those, but nowadays I don't do them anymore. If we go through everything first in point of what has my client done before and what she or he could do now, and then if we are not making any progress, then at some point I can be like, okay, I can do a meal plan for you. But that's like the last case that I would do nowadays.
So what kind of guidelines do you use in your guidance then? Like, is there like what would be then just like seeing the pictures and giving feedback or talking about the eating rhythm? Is there anything else you're like telling them that this would be good for you or
Well, the most I tell them is to that they should eat more food. That's like the main that I found out when they are taking the pictures. And maybe sometimes about the timing that there should not be too much time in between the meals. So that's sometimes with what we are talking about. But that's basically it. More colors, timing, enough food.
hey,
That's the three main point.
well, that's probably surprising for many, I would say, that okay, I should be eating more because many people probably think that I'm already eating too much because of something. If, for example, if they're unhappy with their looks or something. So, do you have a case example? Like I had a client like this, they came to me and then we started working on this and what happened?
Well, for example, I had one male client that came to me 6 years ago, and first his goal was to get more stronger. And we started to do weightlifting, and results got up quite quite good. In 2 years, he went from 20 kilo bar to 100 kilo, and that was like really good lifting in the gym. But then we had this in body measurement, and in there we found out that in that point he had okay muscle, but he also had some fat in his body. Then we started working more, and then after 2 years he took the in body again, and then we found out that there was less muscles in his body than what it was before. And at that point, I was like, okay, I think you are eating too little because this wouldn't happen if you are training enough and eating enough. And then we discussed a little bit about the eating, and then we continued again with the training plan. And again, after 2 years, we had the same results that the muscles didn't go up as we wanted, and he might have gained a little bit more fat. And again, I was like, okay, mister, you are eating too little, and now something has to be changed. And then we started to use See How You Eat app. And after he had taken some pictures, I found out that he's eating less than me, and I'm a smaller woman than he is. And that means that he should eat more than me. And then now we are at that path that we are trying to get him eat more.
So you have very personalized way of giving feedback. You look at the pictures, the person, you know what their goals are, background of eating because you've been doing the checkout, and then when you give feedback, you kind of adjust it to the goals that they have.
Yes.
Well, that's nice to hear. So how has this See How You Eat Pro changed your coaching? You said that it's much more simple. Is there something else that has happened?
Well, it's easier to keep track what my clients are doing. The food things are all in the same place. I can see them from my computer. I don't have to scroll down the WhatsApp. I don't have to search different clients from different places. They are all in the same place, and I can just view them. So it's so much easier and not so much time consuming.
That was just what I was about to say. That sounds like you're saving a lot of time for actual consulting work.
Absolutely.
Yes. So what would you tell to a coach who has never tried the See How You Eat app or the pro service?
I would say that try the app for yourself
Yeah.
and then ask your clients to try it also, and then take the pro,
Yeah.
and you can see how much easier your work gets.
Yeah. But what about the fact that we don't count calories? Are you missing the fact that the app doesn't do any calorie counting?
Well, in my mind, you don't need to count calories. It's different if you eat one chocolate bar or you eat healthy snacks, there's the same amount of calories, but one is more good for your health and for your goals. So the calorie count doesn't give you as much feedback as the big picture does.
That kind of reminds me of a feedback that I got a while back. There was one coach who afterwards told me that, Mia, to be honest, I was super skeptical to start using this See How You Eat app with my clients. But then when I soon realized that there was this one guy I'd been coaching for many years, and he'd been keeping food diary for me, and he'd been writing those things on a paper. And now that I started seeing him eating proteins, snack bars throughout the day, many times a day, then I realized that, wow, this is helping me so much to get a better overview of what's really happening in those days with not just seeing like 20 grams of protein or something like that. So kind of what you're also referring to, seeing is different than.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's been really lovely to have this chat with you, Ulpu. I hope all the best for you and your clients. I'm super happy that you've been happy, and I'm super happy that your clients been happy using the app, that they keep using it even though you don't ask them to use it anymore. But thank you for your time, Ulpu, and I hope to chat with you soon again.
Thank you, Mia.